You, 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 you. What's up, y'all? Tell Like It Is TV, man. Let's talk about it, y'all. So first of all, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you want to donate, the links is in the description box. If not, that's cool. The like button is, that's right, y'all. The like button is free. All right, man. So let's get into this, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all coming out, man. It's all coming out, man. It's what's crazy about this whole situation, man, that we all finding out is that Bud is really the dude that's really being ducked, man, for real, like real talk. You know what I'm saying? This dude has been ducked by everybody for the most part. You know what I mean? Except for the guys that fought him. You had to push Sean Porter into the fight just so he can fight. That's what I'm starting to believe now, because everybody been ducking this dude. Virgil Ortiz has come out that the WBO, he was the mandatory. I remember because I remember that Sean Porter was ranked number one, and then all of a sudden Sean Porter got ranked to number two, and I'm like, hold up, how did that happen? You know what I'm saying? All right, maybe it might be some bullshit in the game. Then Virgil Ortiz, he wanted out of that spot. The WBO president confirmed that. Okay, so these are facts now. Sean Porter got pushed in the way, and for y'all that, oh man, the fight was fake or staged, no, Sean Porter quit, bro. That man quit in that fight. He didn't really want to fight that man anyway. You know what I'm saying? When you're hearing about certain rumors and stuff like that, what's going on in camp, man, Sean Porter, he didn't really want to fight that man either. Danny Garcia didn't want to fight that man. And Earl Spence is starting to look like Earl don't want to fight this man for real. You know what I'm saying? And of all the stuff that Earl has said, it's starting to look like that. I thought Boots might be that guy that might really want to smoke with Bud. How is it that Bud is look, bro. This what made me like I had to start thinking about a lot of shit, really using your mind. And then, well, like I said, you go back on these interviews and you start hearing certain things. It's like, oh, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Bud is the pound for pound number one fighter in the world. At that point, nigga, fuck undisputed. I'd rather fight the number one pound for pound guy if I have the opportunity to. You see what I'm saying? It is what it is. But Virgil Ortiz ducked out of the WBO. Jerron Boots Ennis, who was in the WBO, dodged out of that WBO and went to IBF rep. And for all of us that was like, oh, why he fighting Devin Evanesian? He could have fought Boots. All right, here we go. Let's get into it.
A lot of people said he gonna have to start calling people out and cussing, you know what I mean? Just like Terrence Crawford told somebody, said, only way I fight him if he call me out and he call me a pussy or he call me a mullet or, something. We don't even talk like that.
Now I don't know if he's talking about Sean Porter, because we know that Sean Porter and Terrence Crawford were cool. Sean Porter really didn't want to smoke with him, and Bud ain't really want to. Bud all about the smoke, but he didn't really want to fight Sean Porter neither because he's friends. So I don't know if he's alluding to that, or if maybe Crawford has said that, alluding to the Sean Porter fight that we all pushed him for. But at the end of the day, they fought. You know what I'm saying? They fought. They pushed Sean Porter up in there and mandatory because Virgil Ortiz ain't want to smoke, and Sean Porter had to do what he had to do, and he fought the man. You know what I'm saying? I thought he did pretty decent, but how I predicted the fight was going to go was that Bud was going to start to warm up. And when Bud start to warm up, it's going to get real dangerous for goddamn Sean Porter, and that's exactly how the fight played out. I thought Porter did good in the early rounds, but when Bud started to really, you know what I'm saying, hit his zen at the end of the day in the ring, Sean Porter was done for the most part. You know what I mean? He fought him. But when it comes down to Boots Ennis, you didn't have to call them bees and bitches and pussies and disrespect the man. You could have just stayed in position. Virgil Ortiz ducked out. He fought Sean Porter. The next guy, you would have definitely been ranked over Devin Evanesian, right? But let's get into this though.
Yes, you know what I mean? He said that's the only way he would fight Boots. If he's calling, you know what I mean? That means you really don't want to fight, Chad. You know what I mean?
So that means he don't really want to fight, even though you ducked out of the rankings. You ducked out of the rankings, even though you saying that this man don't want to fight. And he's the champion. He's the pound for pound guy. Y'all rather chase Earl Spence than fight the number one pound for pound guy in the sport? All right.
Don't use that for an excuse, because everybody else you fight, they wouldn't call you all kinds of names, but you fought them. You know what I mean? We trying to set up a fight.
Well, he fought them because they was in the mandatory position, and plus he couldn't get the fights that he took Bud's, whatchamacallit, because like I said, they was overpaying dudes. Amir Khan got damn near $10 million to get in the ring with goddamn Terrence Crawford. And at this point, Amir Khan wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? Amir Khan got beat on and shit, knocked out and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Amir Khan wasn't really shit like that when Bud fought him. But at the end of the day, they had to overpay the man. A lot of people been getting paid more money fighting Bud. And it's a part of it is because these niggas don't really want to fight him. So for Bud to be able, he got to really pay these motherfuckers for them to get in the ring and take that ass whooping at the end of the day. That's what it seems like to me. You know what I mean? When it's all said and done. But let's let it keep going.
Last month, because the BLK people called us. Okay. And I said, we'll take him in a heartbeat, just like that, right? And they said, all right, let's sit down and talk. I said, you got to talk to my people first, though. Showtime.
Okay, so BLK Prime called Bozy Ennis about a fight with him and Bud. So obviously, if they called him about a fight with him and Bud, then Bud was with the smoke. Bud was with the smoke for real. Yo, Bud, that nigga, fam. Yo, that mean Bud was with the smoke. You know what I'm saying? What? You know what I'm saying? If BLK Prime came to Bozy Ennis about Boots fighting Bud, Bud had to be okay with that. That mean Bud was like, nigga, if y'all can get Spence, I'm with it. Bro, I'm telling you, this sometimes they say, man, let the truth and give it time, man. Give it time, man. And Bud has been ridiculed through these streets, and through time, a lot of truth has been being exposed about a lot of these dudes when it come to Bud Crawford, man. You know what I'm saying? It's looking spooky out here, man. You know what I mean? So you get a call. You with Showtime. Right? And I don't want to hear, it's BLK Prime. Who are they? This, that, and the third. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit because Steven Espinosa out here promoting clown shows. Jake Paul and Tom Fury. Motherfucking Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? He all for the spectacle. He ready to empty the bank account when it come down to goddamn Canelo. But if it's Bud Crawford and Earl Spence, niggas is fighting for zero guarantees and shit. You see what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis is not fighting for zero guarantees. Is either of these niggas on the pound for pound list? Maybe Tank. Maybe Tank might really be on the pound for pound list. But is he number one in the sport? Is he number one in the sport? Absolutely not. He's not number one in the sport. I don't give a fuck how much of a fanboy you is at Tank. He's not the number one pound for pound in the sport. That is Terrence Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Once for me, when he became undisputed, he was there's no way you can whatchamacallit. The only dude I say that can possibly you can have an argument for is Jermell Charlo. You know what I mean? Other than that, Bud got that all the way. You know what I mean? Because Bud don't one in many weight classes. You know what I mean? So that's why I would give him the edge over Jermell Charlo, because he only did it in one weight class. Bud has went up, unified, or became a champ, you know what I mean, and moved up. And guys have been really ducking this dude, you know what I mean? At this 147 division, dudes is really finessing around and playing games. And now we seeing this being exposed when it comes down to Boots Ennis. You know what I'm saying? Why not fight him? You went and fought. I mean, okay, let's say if this is before the Gervonta Tank Davis fight, right? That means you went out and fought Karen, right? You fought a dude named Karen, bro. You could have been fighting Bud in the main event. Showtime couldn't put the money up for that, huh? Showtime wasn't willing to do that. Have Bud Crawford versus Bozy Ennis. This dude that's in the young up and coming hungry lion that everybody think is going to be this and going to be that. He the next great, this, that, and the third. And Showtime don't want to make that fight between you and Bud Crawford. That don't make any goddamn sense to me. Somebody ducking. Well, let's let him keep going.
Because they trying to be slick, trying to get me to do it on my own without Showtime. I don't do that. See,
he said they try to do it with him and try not to be slick to Showtime. So basically, you basically have sold your soul to goddamn Showtime at the end of the day, right? You sold your soul to Showtime. You and Boots, y'all sold your soul to Showtime. So you ain't gonna move unless Showtime tell you to move. If Showtime really cared about Boots and his career, they would have made this fight. Reason why they would have made this fight is because you would have had an opportunity to beat the number one pound for pound fighter in the sport. Former undisputed champion at 140, junior welterweight. Bud Crawford has stopped everybody at the welterweight division. Ain't no fight went the distance with Bud since he stepped 10 toes down in the goddamn division, bro. He been stopping everybody. So a head-on collision with this young lion that's being propped up. Oh, he gonna be this, he gonna be that. All these dudes scared of him. They don't really want the smoke for real. Bud said, man, if y'all can make the Boots finish in this fight, y'all can make the Errol Spence fight, I'm all with it. Let's make it happen. And y'all go, oh, well, nah, man, I'm loyal to Showtime, man. They try to, what it really was, man, they try to catch us on some sneak tip, try to catch me by myself slipping and shit. You know what I'm saying? They try to catch me by myself slipping without Showtime. You know what I'm saying? And I'm loyal to Showtime. Showtime ain't loyal to you, nigga. Showtime ain't loyal to you, nigga. Boxing is a business. You gotta do for what was best in the brand of Bozy Ennis. What's best in the best business decision for the Ennis family. Oh yeah, I'm aligned with Showtime. I'm gonna be a little loyal with Steven Espinoza. But Steven Espinoza wouldn't put you in a position to beat the pound for pound number one champion. Pound for pound fighter in the world, Craig. He wouldn't do that. Steven Espinoza wouldn't let you get that opportunity. That means Steven Espinoza, either y'all niggas scared of Bud and playing this media game like, oh yeah, well, he tried to do some slick shit. So it is what it is. And niggas that hate Bud or think Bud has been finessing this whole time. See, I told you about that bitch ass nigga Bud out here. Look, he tried to play some snoop shit with Ennis, dog. Yeah, real talk. He tried to do some dumbass shit with Ennis. See, that's what that nigga Bud. See, Bud a fuck nigga. That's what it is. Man, yo. This shit is the coldest shit ever, man, what people have done to Bud Crawford, man. Bud, man. I know this shit don't mean shit to you, fam. But I've slandered you in years. And I gotta say, bro, I apologize, man. A lot of this shit has not been your fault. A lot of this shit has not. A lot of these dudes is really ducking you, man. You know what I'm saying? They really ducking you. When this Boots in this shit really kind of just threw me back because I'm like, bro, wait a minute now. This is what I mean about the sport of boxing. This is the problem. Stop getting up here gassing these niggas up. Let's stop doing that. Let's stop getting up here gassing these fighters up because they done knocked out a bunch of tomato cans or whatever the case may be. Stop gassing these dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? And let's stop marinating fights. Let's make the fights happen when they're supposed to happen. Virgil Ortiz and goddamn Jerron Bozy Ennis should be fighting each other. I'm not trying to hear no shit about that shit can wait 5 years. No. We're not doing that. No more of that. I think all of us as boxing fans, man, we got to cut the capping out. The yapping and capping out here is too serious, man. You know what I'm saying? The clout chasing in the sport is too serious. It's so serious to where the point the promoters is in on it. They in on the clout chasing. Shit is sick, man. This is why I keep saying boxing is dead, man. There's only a few real ones left, but once they go, it's done, man. This shit is sports and entertainment, bro. You might as well watch I might as well become a WWE fan again. You know what I'm saying? I might as well get into these new wrestlers and shit looking weird as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I might as well go ahead and get into that shit then. You know what I'm saying? besides watching boxing. This is why I'm to keep it real with y'all. I more respect the UFC shit than I do boxing at this point. I'm a hardcore boxing fan, but I respect the way that the UFC go about their rankings and shit. You know what I mean? Like motherfuckers having to fight each other, nigga. You either gonna fight this nigga or you gonna give me your title, nigga, and we gonna knock you down on the rankings because your goddamn skirt got pulled up in front of the world because you ducked this man. That's how the UFC give it up. Boxing, nah, niggas can play games. I'm gonna go collect these belts and then fight you last. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of hypocrisy going on. Because like I said, we cook Ryan Garcia for saying that shit to Dev. We don't cook Earl, though, for that. We don't cook Earl for that. You know what I'm saying? Bozy Ennis should be getting fried out here for this shit at the end of the day. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. And the real ones know. If him and Bud fought, Bud gonna stop that man, too. Bud gonna stop that man. Bud gonna stop him. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. Boot's not ready for that. I'd rather them, when once you get out here, you start saying, I'm ready for this person, I'm ready for that person, and niggas hold you accountable. Niggas put your feet to the fire, and you, oh yeah, you get cold feet. Oh yeah, blame it on Steven Espinosa. Blame it on Steven Espinosa or blame it on Crawford doing some shady tactics, man. Cut that shit out, man. Cut that shit out, man. Black Prime paid that man all of his money. David Evanesian got all of his money. The people probably on the undercard got ain't been no complaint. Whether y'all believe what the sales did, the pay-per-view said, it don't matter. At the end of the day, everybody got paid they bag. So you can't say the money wasn't there or the money wasn't right. The money was funny. It was there. Everybody got paid. I ain't heard a motherfucker come out here and say, because you know they would have came out here and said that. Oh, Black Prime wasn't paying somebody or somebody didn't get every dime? Oh yeah, for sure. They was over there. Yeah, man. Yeah, Black Prime, man, and everybody would have ate it up. Yeah, see, that's that fuck shit Bud be associated with. See, Bud always associated with some fuck shit. See, I told you that nigga Bud a fuck nigga. But let's just keep going.
To Showtime because I'm gonna tell y'all, I never signed up with Showtime. You know, I never signed, and my word's my bond. 3-fight deal, and whatever he says, we do it. You know what I mean? You know a lot of.
So wait a minute. So y'all never even signed a fight deal. Y'all basically going off your word is bond. Is that what you're telling me? Y'all going off your word is bond at the end of the day. So y'all got cold feet. Y'all got cold feet.
People wanted one boots. Yes. You know what I mean? A lot. Yeah, from the zone, top rank, all of them wanted boots. And they send a contract to me, and I show them, look at the money. This is good money. But when I tell somebody something, I'm loyal to them, man. You know, they treat me good. When somebody treat me good, I'm gonna treat them good. Everybody try to pull me away from these people treat me in boots real good. You know what I mean?
If they treated you so good, this is how step one, you know that Espinosa is a weasel at the end of the day, because he don't believe you can beat Bud Crawford. Because like I'm gonna keep saying, what do motherfuckers get in the sport of boxing for? What do motherfuckers get into motherfucking basketball, football for? What do motherfuckers do? I mean, even if you want to say on some school shit or some trade school shit, what do you do to get in there? You strive to be the best that you can. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. And if you talking about some on the job or some shit, you strive to be the best you can and be better than everybody else at doing the job. Point blank, period. But we'll just leave it at sports. As far as sports, you get into the boxing joint to become recognized as the best, the pound for pound, a champion. Okay? Bud has all three criterias, known as one of the biggest names in boxing. You can't fail fighting Bud. You can't fail either way. And Steven Espinosa wouldn't let you get that shine. He wouldn't let you get that opportunity. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. But you loyal to him, though. You loyal to him. Did he shoot it down or did y'all shoot it down? That's the question I really got. You know what I'm saying? Did you shoot it down or did Steven Espinosa shoot it down? Because I'm gonna keep it a buck. I honestly think Steven Espinosa would have greenlit that bitch. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I think Steven Espinosa would have greenlit that if that's what the Ennis family wanted to do. If that's what Bozy Ennis wanted to do. But let's let this keep going.
Ain't too many people who do what me and Boots do. You know what I mean? And he found out that, you know, I'm not one of them guys that you can just say anything to and tell me to do this and tell me to do that. No, we talking together. You got to agree on certain things that I want, and I agree on certain things that you want. You know what I mean? You know, you just don't take over. See? And that's what I like about Stephen Espinosa.
That's what you like about Stephen Espinosa, but he out here blocking your blessings though. He blocking your blessings. Or y'all ducking the fight. Which one is it? Because y'all moved up out of the weight class. I mean, out of the division. I meant the the rankings and shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, though. So now we got Boots Ennis out here. Not Boots Ennis, but Bozy Ennis, right? Fair act use, fair act use, fair act use. This is fight hype. Salute to fight hype. But this is now Bozy Ennis out here yapping and capping, running around, talking about Bud Crawford need to give him a call. I mean, this shit is shameless at this point. This is shameless. This man literally admitted that he could have fought Crawford, but he loyal to Showtime. But now he running around this bitch saying, knowing that Crawford is lined up with this bullshit negotiations that's supposed to be going down. We're going to get into that in the next video with Spence. We already know that the WBO mandated Terence Crawford to fight Alexis Rocha at the end of the day, right? So he has to do that or he's going to be stripped. Unless he fights Earl Spence for undisputed. That's the only fight that he can get. Now that you know that Bud can't fight Ennis, you running around this bitch talking about this man need to give you a call. Nigga, if he don't fight Rocha, he ain't gonna have no belt. You could have been in that position. Y'all chose not to be. You waiting on Earl Spence. You chose the Earl Spence route. And Keith Thurman gonna get the shot before you. Keith Thurman gonna get the shot before you. When you could have had an opportunity, you could have gave yourself 2 opportunities. So even if Boots Ennis could have been set up lovely to fight Crawford. Because even if it was a situation where Black Prime or Show, they would have had to make the deal. They would have had to make the deal. Maybe that's why Showtime decided to not have Boots. So maybe let me take that back. Maybe Stephen Espinosa does play a part, and Boots, the Boots camp is cooperating with the ducking of Terence Crawford, just like Earl Spence is cooperating with the ducking of goddamn Terence Crawford, man. It just is what it is, man. Fuck that. I gotta tell like it is. This is what we gonna do. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But let's get into this. Let's get into Bozy Ennis, man, out here capping and shit, man. So let's get into it.
All right, I'm going to go fight. I'm with Bozy Ennis, my guy. How you doing? I'm fine with you, my man. How about you? You know, everything's always good with me, man. That's good. You know, obviously, Boots just coming off another win, interim champ, man. Right. They're kind of floating around the name Roman Villa, the guy that beat Rashidi. Do you think that will be next for you guys, man? The way it seemed like it could be. I think he's first. If anybody, it would be him. But if not, it's either Ugas or either Thurman. That's what I heard. Fighting a guy like Villa.
So Villa, I don't have really a problem with that fight. I think that's a good fight for Boots Ennis. If he can get Ugas or Thurman, if those names are up there, then it could be they're still trying to finesse around the fans to see what the fans are going to bite on. And this is why I'm gonna get into that whole thing that happened the other day with the negotiations and saying that they agreed. They got on the phone and talked with each other. I'm gonna definitely get into that on the next video. But at the end of the day, man, you know, the Villa fight is probably the more likely fight that's going to happen. I doubt Ugas fights him coming off of a loss that he did. If he fights him, cool. If not, it is what it is. I anticipate Earl Spence to fight Keith Thurman. It is what it is. If he's not fighting Keith Thurman, he's fighting Terence Crawford. And if he's not fighting either of the two, woo, man, this is going to be really bad for Spence, man. You know what I'm saying? But let's let this keep going.
Does it kind of, I know you got to always motivate to fight anybody, but does it get your juices going anyway because you guys want to fight Spence, Crawford, you want to fight Thurman, who guys to fight Villa. Yeah, he's a really good fighter, but he doesn't have that name. Does he still get you guys kind of like your juice over to fight him?
Well, yeah, financially because he just won the fight with Speedy Rashidi. You know what I mean? So his name is out there now because everybody knew Rashidi. So yeah, we'd take him though. I would rather fight a Thurman or Ugas because everybody know them two world champions.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, they are saying that Thurman could be moving 54, could be.
But here's my thing about that, right? So y'all rather fight Ugas or Thurman. Now Thurman, okay, cool. But Ugas is coming off of a loss. You know what I mean? A stoppage, as a matter of fact. You know what I'm saying? He just got stopped. So it's just like, do you really get credit for, what I mean? A dude who just got his ass whooped, and then you come through and whoop his ass. I mean, do you really get credit for that? I would more like the Villa fight because Villa, I think he's undefeated and he's coming off of a knockout win. So, well, was it a knockout win? I don't know. All I know, Speedy Rashidi was whooping his ass, and then he got caught up and shit. I thought it was like a premature stoppage and shit. I forgot what. No. Matter of fact, it did go to distance. Yeah, I think it did go to distance, as a matter of fact. That was a good fight, but I thought Speedy Rashidi won that fight. If he didn't get stopped. My memory's kind of jogged right now, so I could be wrong, though. But anyway, I think Villa would be a good fight for him over Ugas. If he can get Thurman, then obviously, yes, Thurman would be the name because Thurman is coming off a win. So, yeah, Thurman would be the name that I wouldn't have a problem for Boots fighting. But if it's not him, then it has to be Villa. Ugas got to work his way back. You know what I mean? You whoop his ass. I mean, I'm not going to give you no credit for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I just watched Earl use him as a human punching bag. I'm not impressed with Ugas no more. That's a wrap. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But let's let it keep going.
Right. For whatever reason, I'm pretty sure that I know I've seen in times past that you said that you believe that Spence will be Thurman. Can you kind of break down why you feel that way?
Well, matter of fact, I like both of them. You know what I mean? But with Spence.
Now he had to think about that. You see how Bozy had to think about that split. Because a lot of people, man, I'm telling you, a lot of people are looking at this Thurman fight. If he fighting Thurman, still can box, and he still and he hit that motherfucker upside his head, and he hit Spence upside his head, and Spence started doing that shit he was doing with goddamn Ugas. Oh yeah, man, it's gonna be some trouble going on. It's gonna be some trouble going on. Keith be moving, but it is what it is. Earl respectfully should be the favorite, but I'm thinking a lot of people, man, are really sleeping on this Thurman fight, man. This Thurman fight can fuck up a lot of shit unless they told Thurman to take a dive. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna keep it flat out. Unless they told Thurman to take a dive, if Thurman is able to beat Thurman, that's fight is closer than what people would think. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Let's let it keep going though. But you seen how he kind of, hold up, I like both guys. You know what I mean? Before he probably been like, yeah, man, Thurman, man, look, man, Spence gonna whoop his ass. I got Spence stoppage, man. Yeah, he gonna stop him to the body.
Dude, keep on doing what he been doing. You know what I mean? Keep my hands up. You can't count Thurman out because Thurman can still punch and he can move. Like you saw the last fight when he fought. He boxed and moved.
Yeah, I thought he did a good job. A lot of people who don't like Keith Thurman, whatever, they say, oh, whatever they're gonna say about Keith, it is what it is. But I did think Keith had Barrios hurt multiple times, and I thought he did a great job at boxing, getting in and out. Obviously he got caught. You're gonna get caught. It's boxing. You're gonna get punched. You're gonna take great shots. But he didn't get knocked down to the ground or anything. But it's the Achilles heel of Keith Thurman. You hit him down to the body when he ain't really expecting that shit. You can hurt him. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But he didn't get dropped. He didn't get stopped. And he whooped Mario Barrios' ass for 12 rounds. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But let's let it keep going.
You know what I mean? So that's a difficult fight, man. You know what I mean? But if I put my money, I'm putting my money on Spence.
Which is respectable. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm not gonna say Thurman gonna win, but I would take a side bet with Thurman. I would take a side bet with somebody with Thurman. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it a bean pie with y'all. You know what I mean? But I gotta more see what the what the headlines and all kind of shit is going to be. It's a lot of stuff I would actually have to look at the betting line as well to see if I would put some side money on them. But the big money, you can put the big money on Spence. Respectfully. You know what I mean?
Could be established
Uh, it could be established though. It could be established, man. You know what I mean? You never know, man. Because like I said, Thurman can punch, and Spence break you down with accumulation of punches. He beats you down when you want to quit.
For sure. You definitely want to get your thoughts on the whole. Terrence Crawford just beat Avanesian.
Right.
Now he's being mandated, and talks already ongoing that he could fight Alexis Roca. What kind of your thoughts on him fighting Avanesian? Now it could be Roca.
But they want around us.
I was gonna say, are you a little disappointed at the guys he's ultimately fighting?
Yeah.
Now you hear that, right? Now, obviously, this must be when the talks was heard. So why is Fight Hype releasing this now? They doing this to expose, they doing this to expose Bozy Ennis. In my personal opinion, if they thought this was going to expose Terrence Crawford in some way, then this is just bad. This is bad take right here. This is a bad video to upload if you thought this was going to expose Terrence Crawford. As we heard on the audio or the Twitter video that's up there, I guess, salute to According to Boxing. They were offered to fight for Black Prime, but he's up here acting as if the fight was never offered. Oh, man, he's talking about fighting David Evanesian or Alexis Rocha. Like, you guys is running around us. What? They offered you to fight, bro. And you said, I'm loyal to Showtime. I was like, when Debo come up, you want some of this too, old man? No. I told you about coming around here fucking with these niggas. And when Debo knocked out dude and took his chain and shit, you know what I'm saying? He's like, Debo, you know what I'm saying? I was coming through about that thing we did, I was coming through with that money. What you mean? My money, nigga. Oh, that Debo knocked that nigga out and shit, you know what I mean? In the driveway, you know what I mean? Nigga father came up trying to, you want some of this too, old man? No. You know what I mean? That's what y'all did when it came down to Crawford, bro. Crawford pulled the Debo move on you niggas real quick. And y'all niggas said, no, I'm loyal to Showtime. But you in the interview right here, popping shit as, yeah, man, I'm ashamed of Crawford, man. See, that's how you know that the Crawford propaganda was serious, bro. It was serious that either other trainers, promoters, they was willing to jump in. Like, people on YouTube is one thing, but, trainers and shit, come on, bro. Y'all gotta have some more integrity in the game to be doing some shit like this, man. This is just foul, man. Real talk. This is foul. You know what I mean? But let's let it keep going.
I'm surprised, man. Why y'all not gonna take us, man? You was talking about the last performance, so and our fighters, man. You know what I mean?
Do you think that Crawford I don't want to say the word duck or anything like that because he's not signed with any promotional company or anything like that.
Right.
So why do you think he's not fighting you guys?
Why he not fighting who guys?
Well, he's not fighting you guys. He's not signed with any promotional companies or anything like that. So he kind of has a clear lane to fight you guys. So why do you think he's not doing it?
Hey, that old saying, high risk, no reward. You know what I mean? That's what I said. You know what I mean? But right now, he should be able to fight us. You know what I mean? Because he just fought Avanesian. You know what I mean?
Okay, so this is after. Okay. So, all right, my bad, y'all. This was after. Okay, so. But either way, like I said, this dude is not keeping it a buck as far as that he was offered to fight. You see what I'm saying? You see how these niggas are. My point is still my point about these trainers having no integrity in the game because, like I said, you were offered to fight, bro, man. You know what I'm saying? You said you were loyal to Showtime. Oh, Crawford tried to pull some slick shit and try to offer us a fight on Black Prime, but, I'm loyal to Showtime. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Blue Blood and them actually talked. I got to listen to the Blue Blood video. I only heard a little bit of it because, I don't really be wanting to, because I know that Blue Blood worked with Black Prime. And he was like, so yeah, you know what I mean? So he confirmed that this is true because he works with Black Prime. That's how you know Bud Crawford ain't ducking no smoke out here because Blue Blood is somebody in the sport that does this shit for real and actually was associated with Black Prime, doing business with Black Prime. So he would know if it was some shit that Black Prime came to, they would have to run that by Crawford. You know what I mean? And Crawford was with it. You know what I'm saying? He ain't fought nobody like me is allegedly what was said. He ain't fought nobody like me. I ain't worried about Boots Ennis. What Bozy Ennis and them do? Yeah, man, we loyal to Showtime. But now you running around this bitch. Now knowing that Crawford has to fight either Spence or he has to fight Alexis Rocha. Now, yeah, man, it's a shame, man. These dudes running around and give us a call. Give us a call. Nigga, you could have had the fight. You could have had the fight with the Black Prime offer, but you loyal to Showtime. You could have stayed in the WBO ranking, but you ran your ass over to the IB. You dropped out of the rankings to do the IBF thing, allegedly.
He said, whatever you call it. You know what I mean? We wanted him. We wanted all guys. Well, you already know we wanted to fight everybody in the top 5. You know what I mean?
How close will we be watching the fight coming up between Stanionis and Virgil? Do you plan on watching that fight pretty close? Stanionis and Virgil. Do you plan on watching that fight?
Always watch fights. Yeah, always watch fights.
Well, I mean, yeah, you do because you're a big fan before the club. But do you plan on watching it to keep an eye on it? Like, okay, I want to see how this is gonna play out.
Oh yeah. That's a tough fight. That's not no easy fight because they both coming at you.
All right. So he getting into the Stanionis and Ortiz fight. Ortiz is another one who ducked Bud Crawford and ran out of the goddamn rankings to go do the WBA thing and chase Spence. Okay, obviously these dudes think they can really whoop on Spence. They don't really feel they can whoop on Crawford. Like I want y'all to understand this. Spence is not recognized as the pound for pound best fighter in the fucking world, in the sport. That belongs to Terrence Crawford. These dudes don't want to fight the best pound for pound fighter in the fucking sport. They would rather chase Earl Spence than chase goddamn Terrence Crawford, man. That shit is crazy, man. That shit is crazy. That shit is wild, man. So, you know, it is what it is, man. But anyway, we'll be back up here for the Spence and Crawford bullshit negotiations. We're going to talk about that. But, you know, it is what it is, man. Anyway, man, don't get mad at me, man. I just got to tell it like it is, man. So shout out to day ones. Shout out to new ones, man. Make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button. If you want to donate, the links is in the description box. If not, that's cool. The like button is, that's right, yo. The like button is free. Anyway, tell like it is TV. We out of here, y'all.